it's the best place to come celebrate the 4th of July. We got a lot of Americana here, a lot of history. There's no other place to really go.
It's really a celebration of the people who helped us create this country and helped us defend it to this day, and it is really a commemoration to the armed forces and those who have fought for us.
My family was military, so it means a lot to me to celebrate the 4th, to be thankful for my freedom, for the prices that the past veterans have paid, the veterans that have passed on paid.
Are y'all ready? Yeah. To hunt eggs? This is our 2nd annual beeping Easter egg hunt for our children with hearing and visual disabilities. Let Kinley come into the sensory room. We want to be able to give our children an opportunity to hunt Easter eggs just like their typical peers. Good job, Mackenzie.
My favorite thing is to invent projects that they can be successful. Roll it. Good job. We're trying to allow them to express the joy of childhood like any other child. Can you do that? Good job.
I feel blessed to be here. 1, 2, 3, woo! Good job, everybody. It's a wonderful experience to be able to provide this activity for our students with the help of our community support.
Look! Look, the Easter Bunny!
We have wonderful teachers and staff. This is definitely a community activity. It's something that is accomplished through many, many volunteers, and the kids are just excited to participate. I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
It's a story of strangers.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you.
Oh, girl.
I can't believe you came all the way here.
Of course, of course. From one mom to another.
Oh my gosh. She is going to lose it. I'm so excited. Oh, I know so.
To bring a lost and beloved stuffed bear, Woof Woof, home. Woof Woof went missing when Hurricane Michael powered through Florida's panhandle, destroying and misplacing so much, including the Hess family's 50-year-old home.
It's just amazing to walk through and see nothing.
Mary Hess says she and her family watched with the world as the storm moved through their city with 155-mile-per-hour winds and torrential rain.
The devastation is something that you never expect. It's something that you see in other places, but you never expect to happen to you. You know, even just standing here right now, I can feel the memories we made. You know, I can hear the laughter. I can still hear it. I can still feel it. Where I'm standing now was my son's room. This was the patio that connected my son and my daughter's room. As we walk through here, this was Kendall's bedroom.
Mary says her 9-year-old daughter hadn't parted with her Lovey since she was a baby. When their family had to evacuate, Lovey went missing. That's when Mary got the idea to post a picture of Woof Woof on a Mexico Beach Lost and Found Facebook page, hoping the right person would see it.
So basically, to appease her, I went ahead and I did it, not thinking that anybody would ever find her Woof Woof. But about a week later, Christy contacted me on Facebook and she asked if she could help in the search and rescue of Woof Woof, and I was all for it, just blown away by a stranger's kindness and just so thankful for her huge heart.
Well, my daughter lost her Lovey at Disney World several years ago, and when I saw the post, I just really felt like I needed to at least try to help this little girl, bring a little bit of joy to their life in such a terrible, sad time.
Hey, Christian. There you are.
After days of planning and stocking up on other toys, Christy Wheelis worked her magic to get a replacement of Woof Woof.
Hey, Kendall.
I think I have something that you've been looking for. I'm Miss Christy, and I think I have something that you've been looking for. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. She's been at the beauty parlor, so we made her all pretty again. She was a little dirty, so she's still a little dirty back here, but we got her all cleaned up for you. All right? You're welcome, and I've got some clothes for her.
We see so much heart here daily in Mexico Beach and Port St. Joe, and for somebody to reach out that is not from these communities, that does not know us, that does not know my daughter, and to want to do such a big thing for us was just amazing to me.
I felt so excited and happy because I've been sleeping with her forever. I'm gonna sleep with her every night again.
Although this family may never be the same after such a storm, they're thankful for people like Christy for their time and big hearts.
But these small moments are such big things to us, and to see her face light up and to see the joy that someone brought her, it just means everything to us. It really does.
Reporting from Mexico Beach, I'm Asha Staples with photojournalist Rodney Rocker for Fox 10 News.
By looking at Susan Floyd, it's not easy to tell all that she's been through.
I thought that I was never going to be anything but a mistake.
She was trying to get over a boyfriend when she had her first taste.
I was in a bad relationship that ended and was very upset about that. And a friend of mine, her mother actually introduced me to crystal meth in an attempt to help ease my pain.
Just like that, she was hooked.
Almost immediately, crystal meth was my entire life. It was all I cared about. It was all I was worried about. I tried to find it at all times. I didn't want to be sober at all. I only wanted to be high.
She says she abandoned her children in all the chaos, got arrested for manufacturing, and was looking at prison time. She was working as a waitress when a couple asked to pray for her.
They were about to pray for their food, and they wanted to pray for me as well. And at that time, I just completely broke down, and I told them everything. I told them all about my life, where I'd been.
It's been a long journey, one with many twists and turns. But that day, something changed, including her choices.
I called the Mission of Hope and asked if I could come back and go through the program again, and they were so gracious, and they allowed me to come in just a couple days later. When I came in this time, I knew that I was never going to go back to that life again, and I gave Jesus full control of my life, so he is not just my Savior, but now he's also my Lord.
Today, 5 years drug-free and thankful for the lessons learned, never once forgetting how easy it is to fall back. Faith. And to the man and woman who prayed for her that day, she says,
"Thank you so much. Because of you, my life is changed. I'm not lost without hope anymore. I have a life, and I have a family, and I have a Savior who loves me."
Two days before Hurricane Michael's landfall, Tyndall Air Force Base was in full preparation, running through its hurricane condition checklist.
We prepped aircraft. We flew about half the fleet out on Monday. First light on the 9th, we launched out the rest of the aircraft that we had. So by 1500 or 3 o'clock on the 9th, this place was a ghost town, and all that was left was the 93 of us who stayed behind.
Base Commander Colonel Brian Laidlaw and the rest of the 93 in the ride-out element hunkered down in two of the strongest buildings.
We lost our roof in the first half of the storm as the eye was passing overhead. We heard the roof peel off. We started taking on a bit of water. All told, the eye was here for about 20 minutes or so, but it was a good 3 or 4 hours where we were from start to finish. Most of the buildings that we could see were missing their roofs. Most of the trees that we could see were down at that point in time. And much like the rest of this area, it was just scattered with debris in every direction. I'll tell you, we weren't really saying a lot. There wasn't really a lot to say. It was a pretty sobering picture to try to digest. We took as direct a hit as you could. It's going to be a strong Cat 4, maybe a Cat 5, and Tyndall is the bullseye.
A satellite image shows the 29,000-acre Air Force Base in Hurricane Michael's eye.
10 October was a tough day for this base. It was devastating. I mean, it was catastrophic. Initial assessment said this base is 95%, right? That was the initial number.
The Air Force quickly sent help, task forces, to assess, determine, and preserve. Colonel Pat Miller arrived from San Antonio, Texas.
We're looking at the infrastructure, the water, the sewer, electric, gas, the roads, street lighting. So it's more than just the buildings.
Less than 30 days after Michael, Tyndall is getting back on its feet.
And I can tell you today, water is good, electricity is good, sewer is good, gas is good, the airfield is good. 44% of our facilities on this installation are good. Because of the amazing work of the men and women that are here, both military and contractors, we are changing the landscape of this base by the minute. Walking onto this base 3 weeks ago, I would have never thought we were at where we are today.
Tyndall resident engineer Jonathan Carr represents the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Mobile District.
The debris that's been cleared, the buildings that have been tarped and are already starting to get repaired, just amazing effort from everybody.
Every single one of those people is here for a very specific purpose, and they are working day and night to get this base back on its feet as quickly as they can. I'll tell you, when I walked out of that building a month ago, if you'd have told me the base was going to look like this 30 days from now, I would have found that pretty hard to believe.
Over the last couple of months, we sent officers out with confidential informants to attempt to make narcotics buys. So we have distribution cases on at least 15 different individuals.
It's Operation Deja Vu.
I don't want no camera in my face. Get that camera out my face.
Police, suspects, guns, and drugs. So what's so different about this one?
We've visited this area before, the campground bottoms area.
We follow detectives to what police say is a crime-infested area that they're hoping today's sting will help clean up.
Us coming today didn't have as much to do about us finding drugs as much as it did taking those individuals into custody.
Our first stop at a home on Lola Street, where Chief Lawrence Batiste says at least 3 drug transactions with undercover officers took place over the past few months.
We're hoping to pick up the targets that we made the distribution cases from.
After a thorough search through the home where police say the activity took place, no one was found. But because so much alleged drug activity took place there, police have a temporary restraining order on it. They boarded it up and will see a judge for further action. Meanwhile, down the road, police took another suspect in custody and found these guns at his home. Anything you want to say, man?
I messed up, that's all.
What was that?
I messed up.
You messed up how?
Said I sold undercover officers some drugs.
Did you actually sell undercover officers some drugs?
I don't know. I'm not no drug dealer, but I might have, might not. I don't know. So.
Well, you said you messed up, so.
Well, yeah, well, now they got my picture and stuff, so I must have did.
Another warrant executed right around the corner led to 2 more arrests.
They know that what they're doing is causing health problems in our community. They're adding to the issue that deals with poverty and getting people addicted to drugs.
And one more stop for us, which police say was probably the biggest. Instead of a street-level drug dealer like the others, they believe this guy is a mid-level dealer.
Get the camera out of my face. Get the camera out of my face, man.
If you sell that 1 ounce on the streets as 1 ounce, it's about $1,200. It was loaded out. It's a 30-round magazine. These are the kind of guns that scare not just the police, but also the ones that terrorize the community. When you fire that weapon, it will reach out for quite a distance. It can cause a lot of damage, and so we're glad to take that off the streets.